Secret arrest, indefinite detention without charges, without evidence, without hearing, without counsel, became the method of inflicting inhumane punishment on any whom the Nazi police suspected or disliked. No court could issue an injunction or writ of habeas corpus or certiorari. The German people were in the hands of the police. The police were in the hands of the Nazi party, yeah, and the party was in the hands of a ring of evil men and women, of whom the defendants here before you are surviving and representative leaders. Now, during the Nuremberg trial, yes, the individuals that had survived World War II, yes, were there as defendants. Oh. And the German people at that time, yes, were in the hands of the police. Squim Police Department, yes. Do you know that I wasn't in Squim on December 31st of 2015? And did you decide to make up a false arrest? Yes. So that you could falsely accuse me of a crime? Right. So that you could put me in jail? Yes. So that you could put me on trial? Right. Where you could, yes, without any evidence, yes, get me to be labeled as, yes, schizophrenic and bipolar. And then the thought was, well, we're going to put him in Western State Hospital. In fact, we're going to obligate a psychiatrist to prescribe, against his will, psychotropic medication so that we will take his brain lithium. That's the way it looks to me. Oh. See, when you ordered this dismissal of the misdemeanor charges, yes, I actually had two mental health evaluations. The first one was the individual from Western State Hospital. Yes. That on, yes, October 16th, yes, said that I had a spectrum of bipolar and a spectrum, yes. And then I said, well, really I didn't. You didn't admit any evidence because there was no evidence because I wasn't in Squim. And then you wouldn't allow me to call the petitioner to the stand, yes, because you didn't want her to testify because I would have asked her, yes, why didn't you sign the protection order? Now, if somebody's going to accuse you of violating the restraint provisions of it, yes, you would have thought that it was a requirement of law that the petitioner had to appear in court, yes, and had to sign the actual document. But you did not require any proof of service, yes. There was no notice or timely, yes, and you served me in the Squim Public Library. Now, let's look at it for just a second. Yes, yes, yes. Without evidence. Since I wasn't in Squim, there was no evidence against me. That's right. That's right. And since I was without any actual witnesses in my behalf, yes. Now, you would have thought, yes, yes, yes. Who would have witnessed me on December 31st of 2015? Oh, could have been somebody from the Hagens, yes. Could have been somebody from the Serenity House. I could have called to the stand all the homeless people that had actually slept there that night. Could have brought in the video from the Serenity House proving I was there that morning, which I could have got the video of all the other bus riders that would have said, yep, I was on that bus at that time. I could have went by the AA and got myself a free cup of coffee at 8 a.m. Yes, and asked for any of those at the anonymity meeting. Do you remember when I stopped there on New Year's Eve of 2015 that morning? Do you remember what we talked about? What we talked about. And then there was this whole idea that since I'm homeless, right, it was a secret arrest, yes, without any actual charges against me. So your traffic citation is the wrong form.